Hey, g'day, welcome. Oop. Let's get to it, eh? So, this has had some updates since we've last looked at it. There's a new guy. There's a new faction. They still haven't made this one, but this one now exists. The King of Nomads. Warlord, base and troop, but only ranged troops. Shoots banners that add Warlord's stats to target allies. Okay, so it's like a buffing thing. Mob. Stone throwing units. Gain a unit whenever a different adjacent card gains one. So you'd want to put this next to something that is next to a farm. Raptor. Mounted by adjacent units. Sums its stats with Rider and pierces through the front line. I don't know what that means. We haven't really seen pierce, other than the piercing ballistas. Attacks slow the enemy movement, and attack speed by 20%. When this card is placed on an empty plot... No, when a card is placed on an empty plot, camp's adjacent plots gain 2% to all stats. So it rewards you for, like, having something next to a meat grinder and keep feeding the meat grinder? Migration. Moves target to an empty adjacent plot. Moved cards gain % health and damage. And then a raw damage one. Although a conditional one that just flat boosts damage if it's low. Which was my complaint for a lot of the monsters, was that the % modifiers don't do much if the base number is terribly low. Shields. Same deal. And then Dragon. Summons a powerful single-strike dragon, gets stronger each time a plot is destroyed. I guess we should start back down at the start. Well, maybe not quite that much, but there. Oh, this is our home base. Okay. Oh. Our base is a unit. I see. Okay, so the dragon is like a one-off, extremely wide AoE ballista. Sure, we can have some mushroom. Even more mushroom. Trouble is we're killing too quickly now. The dragon having AoE probably makes that fairly good. Nah, let's go with the gamble. You can't frost a dragon. Okay. I guess we frost our base man then. Clone the dragon? Big dragon? Big warlord. A prophet has foreseen a blessing. Baby boom. Here. Sure. Don't really love these. I guess we put mob here and we wait for something to go there. We can have dinosaurs? Oh, those are the velociraptors. Okay. They seem a bit big to be velociraptors. No, let's just give the mob some swords. And make some basic walls. Actually, walls don't work, given that we're a nomad. These count as a base, so presumably the quarry actually does help them. And bin you for money. They killed all of these, but we didn't lose. There must be something I'm not understanding. Okay, we need to buy an actual unit. Reroll. Can I please have a unit? Reroll. No, I'm just not allowed units. Screw you, game. There we go, finally. Our dragon needs to learn a better attack pattern. Are you saying that we need to learn to tame our dragon? Where would we expand? Logically... everywhere works. So let's just do the corner. Boost our mob. Burn the forest. Duplicate the elves because the mob gets it for free. And then give the elves a debuff when they shoot. Well, the elves debuff things they shoot. Every time enemy attacks your units, those enemies gain a poison. No. Swords and shields have double bonus. Meh. Summons are stronger. Also kind of meh. No, let's reroll once. Frost now deals a damage a second per stack. So Frost is poison. Dragons attack twice. Sure. Double dragon. Why not? Keep boosting our base man. Other than that, liquidate stuff. I do like the idea of blacksmithing those up. Melt this or put it in the corner? Melt it. There's the elf boost, which also boosts the mob. Ballista in the corner I can live with. My memory is that the ballistas were exceptionally strong. I do want the farm, so throw away other stuff. The King of Recycling achievement unlocked. Throw 9 things in a single run. Level up our elves. Give them some poison. The mushrooms are still doing most of the work, and just three of these already doing as much work as basically everything else. Giving these can't be, well, it has to be hurt again to be hurt at all. Makes sense. And then arguably I should migrate you. And then I can shove a farm there, and the farm can start working on the ballista. Yeah, now our mob is kind of invulnerable. Yeah, we'll give the mob a poison, why not? The mob are mostly just meant to be meat wall. Nine free rerolls. Now let's pay for a real reroll. Doubles poison. No, we'll reroll once more. Get one of everything. Sure. Decked up. Have 9 cards in your hands. Achievement unlocked. In theory, we should probably do the mob. These guys are constantly getting attack ups anyway, so they don't need this. Again, the mob. We also got some rainbow ones. Bench you. Bench you. Level the mob. Power up our... Ah, our base man can't be powered up more. Interesting. Well, bench you then. We will frost. Technically the mob needs a frost, and so do the ballista. One mob. Goodbye. Goodbye. I would like to check these out, but we just don't have space. We could turn our mobs into archers. And that would then let us apply the raptors. It does feel wasteful that we've put all the enchantments on them. But that is also a lot of archer elves. Finish level 3ing them. And then let's check out the dinos. They do a, like, sprint thing? Who do we not want to see? I'd rather not see you. Yeah, we should do you. And then we should double you. I should level up our farm. And the blacksmith. I don't know that we want any of these. No. Doesn't hurt to give them some poison. And then other than that, we just generate more money. We already finished leveling up the dragons, so that's no use. Yeah, they're all no use. Just liquidate them. Yeah, I haven't found the dragon very impressive. Clone, so that we can get the ballista upgraded. And then we're going to place our shrine, and it's going to start spending money to upgrade the things that aren't upgraded. Our bank will finally find a use. No, we want to add health to the elves. 30% attack boost? Sure. The farm is already maxed. Can give them more poison. But the upgrado thing has almost finished doing its work. More elves or more buffers or more... More buffers. And more poison on our AoE. Well, piercing shot things. There we go. That lets us expand our area. That lets us spend some money. So do you, and I guess we can duplicate some things. So, duplicate you. Give the elves some more. I really should overinvest in the elves. Give them some invulnerable. Where do I want the free slot? In theory, I should want it next to you, but I actually like you only being able to target that. Let's do there. We can shove that in the corner and start having the dinos increase in number. Oh, they do a charge attack and they get near the backline, so they target the backline. Okay. Everything already has a frost. But I guess eventually the dinosaurs would like it. Can't do pig. Wish we could. Can't do forest. Can't do you. Can't do pig. Can't do migration. Alright. Let's go for another. Level up, level up. You've unlocked Jurassic Park. It's frightening in the dark. Cold. We were just playing as them, silly game. Have they changed the way that system works? Yes, they have changed the way the perk system works. Hmm? I don't get it. Is this increasing the amount of land I will start with? No, because that's what that does. So we've spent 2 to gain 4. Start with a bonus plot. Start with bonus damage. Start with free rerolls. More likely specials. Bonus attack speed. Extra royal decree. Main base can be leveled more. Bonus raptors. Frost does more. Bonus damage. What did our blessing even do? I'll get rid of the rerolls for the blessing. Let me say that's probably about right. Let's go up a difficulty, seeing as that was too easy. Oh, okay, that's what the blue thing is. The blue thing isn't part of the unit. The blue thing is our autocast blessing. Sure. No, just keep powering up our main base then. It wants us to go mushroom, mushroom again. Let's take the number enhancer. Our mob gets eaten by a dinosaur. I don't like the dragons thing. I guess we can take the damage up. We didn't really like the dragon, so this was kind of crap. Let's take the you get to pick 3 of them next time. You could definitely use the raw damage up. It basically doubles your damage. That was very close. We're down to 2 units. Boost our starter unit. We can just keep boosting our starter unit. Sure. I see no reason not to just keep boosting our starter unit. And again, or do we go get some pigs? I think we should go get some pigs. I saw one of the achievement was for combining pigs with raptors. Money? Nah, I don't want money. So let's put down the pigs, and there can be a pig baby boom. I think I'd rather... Oh, I was going to say give that to the pigs, but the pigs actually have too much attack. So I should give it to our starting man. Keep boosting our starting man. No, I'd rather wait. What is the highest that we've done? Yeah, we can go check that. I think we're actually adding stats there faster than they're dealing damage now. Yeah. Poor guys. We'll take that because it's possible to use. Boost our starting man even more. I think we worked our way all the way up the difficulty curve, Mirage. But I might be misremembering. Level up our existing pigs. Healing? Or when it kills an enemy, the AoE or the chain lightning. The chain lightning isn't that amazing. I'd think this or the healing. Because we do sort of cause a spectacular amount of stat up via that guy. So we maybe actually have a reasonable amount of health to heal. But let's just invest in our main guy. Give them the Flame Wave AoE thing. We might find that we're finally out of Warlord levels. None of them. That's kind of cool. I don't want any of them either. Yes. Even more investment in the future. This helps our new AoE thing. Spend for a reroll. Whoa. That would reward you for making a super big mob, and then making it as strong as your boss man. I'm about to run out of money. One of each card is good. We can boost the central camp. We can make our pig raptors. So raptors that ride pigs or pigs that ride raptors. We can level up our mob. You can have frost and fire. We can find out what the level limit on you is, which we haven't reached yet. I don't mind making and then destroying the dragon one. And then it looks like, in theory, we should do probably just our starting guy, honestly. There we go. Mountception. Achievement unlocked. Have a boar ride a raptor. Yeah, we wouldn't mind necessarily 3-time cards. I must have accidentally used migration. Oops. Sword you up. Level up the pigs. Level up the pigs. Baby boom triggers. Pigs are now maxed. We haven't maxed our dinosaurs, so we can happily Dino Max. Not to be confused with the terrible Pokemon mechanic. I think the pigs, and then we sacrifice them with the offering next turn. Are those a new unit? I don't recognize the rainbowy unit. The free upgrading thing. Or we could merge the mob into our starting thing. Considering that they have 4 times the stats. Well, between 4 and 3. That's also somewhat tempting. That one is one I don't recognize. Duplicate target plots and all its stats to one adjacent plot. Does that mean I could have 2 warlords? I want to find that out. No, you can't. It just cannot happen. Okay, so I'd have to boar max or mob max. Let's erase the pigs. In theory, then I guess we should do the pigs. So now we can have warlords that ride horses that ride pigs. And they're about in the correct number. Yeah. Oh, it looks like the warlords won't ride pigs, and now the pigs are just separate. That they know that they're already mounted. I mean, that's fine. They're still meat shields. So that the warlords and elves have a meat shield in front of them. I do like the rat tower. Extra plots that I don't have to pay for. Buy a reroll. %20 crit chance. 40% crit chance. Activate the rat tower. None of them are ultra useful. Add more health to starting guy. I loved these things when last we played. These plus something that boosts their health is really, really, really good. Let's make the greedier play and take the overhauler. Hope that we get something to use with it. Little bit extra frost and charm. Our swine army doing fine. No, we pick the shaman so that we can sacrifice the shaman. I would love the ballista. And I can afford it. Now we can't afford anything. So, ballista, shaman, then we sacrifice the shamans. I do love the reflecty guys. Even if there's only 3 of them. Frost is fine. This will be our final space expansion, but we're nowhere near using all our spaces. Sacrifice you to level up the other crap. We get level 2 rat tower. as well as medium elf, medium ballista. I mean, keep leveling up our main guys, I guess. Pretty much the same. Okay, we get 3 again. Money isn't useful. Reroll. Space isn't useful. Slightly poisoning enemies is, I think, the best we got there. Buff our main guys even further. We can finish leveling up the rat tower. Rat ray gun fully powered up. The dragon is better than nothing. Arguably the blacksmith, I guess. Not that there's a lot of time left to buff things. It's kind of partially wasted because the defenders can't get anything out of the blacksmith. They should add an indicator to tell the player when you get them active. Yeah, it is just up to you to remember. Like, these here make it seem like I might get 6 next time where I've already spent them. Some more rat troops. Sacrifice some rats so that we can generate some wizards. Overinvest in our starting guys. Those are useless. Rat. Mob. I guess technically evaporating you and evaporating you so that I can move the ballista to next to the blacksmith and then play the defender again to boost the mob. Alright. Does the dragon attack the row on which it is placed? Yeah, it looks like he attacks the physical space where he's placed, so you probably should put him in the middle row. New perk, defensive. Aggressive. And let's go look up what we did best with for the sake of... Okay, so we've got Prince with you. Yeah, we have gone all the way up the difficulty ladder with some of them. Mirage. Nature we finished King 2. Rich man, we did only king 1. You we only got to prince. But yeah, apparently I've mostly done nature man. What about you? Also no king. What about rat thing? Okay. Let's continue working our way up here. So we were at count. And there was a new perk to think about. These. I think I'd rather get rid of you. Make that apply again so that we get 2 more spaces. So we're spending 1 to gain 2. Then we can have our extra starting plot back. And even more free rerolls, why not? Feels like so many of those are active now. You used to only get like 4 or 5, and instead now you get like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Like 12? Ballista, if we've got offered ballista, 100% ballista. Duplicate the ballistas. There's now 4 times as many. The rate of fire is absolute garbage. Level them up. I'll take the extra space. So now it's a huge number of high-level ballistas, or at least medium-level ballistas. If you haven't played in a while, it's now much easier to beat King. I haven't played in a fair while. We've got Pigs or Warlord. On the one hand, I like the idea of stat buffing the ballistas. On the other, I like boosting my starting guy. Let's take the pig to stat boost the ballistas. Ballista pigs. Uh-oh. Ooh, that was real close. Whew. We need some more Warlord then. The blessing of auto level up on these 3 plots. Well, I can put a mob on that one. Cloning. I would love to clone our ballistas. Get the ballistas up to max level. We just need a frontline unit to tank while these things are doing all the damage. Warlord. I would prefer you, because you can make our ballistas duplicate. Warlord. Don't really love any of them. Maybe the flamethrower. Warlord. Because it powers up our passive thing. Good. Procreate. We could duplicate the ballistas even more. But we have Pig. And we have the Pig Enhancer. The trouble is I don't have a plot adjacent to the Pig. We will take the Pig Enhancer. This on the ballistas I love. But this would also let us level something up. I can have both. I'm rich enough. So... level up our starter. Combustion our ballista. Then technically doing that to you is good. I need some more space unlock. So that I can unlock spaces adjacent to the pigs. Keep feeding the pigs. Reluctantly take the flamethrower. Okay, we can now forest up our pigs. Perfect. I need a frontline unit. So soldier it is. Do I put it here for these buffs or here for health? I'm gonna put it there. Oh, it's the money goats. Not interested in haste. Copy. What would I copy? Or the auto leveler. I'm rich enough that the auto leveler works. just level up the stuff we place for free. I don't have any poison, so that's not great. Oh, let's just be lazy and take the money for the shrine. Uh-oh. Womp womp. First loss. Raptor. I don't know that I want you to be next to other units. I'd rather you be tanky raptors. The dinos ate the ballistas? Okay, there we go, farm. That's the one we have really been waiting for. We had filled up all the slots that get auto-upgraded, including the auto-upgrade other ones one. Technically we could get multiple copies of the shrine or multiple copies of the farm. I think using this to get multiple copies of the farm is the most sensible. And then we shove a flamethrower on the other squares. The flamethrower doesn't tank, which is kind of what we want, but it does help eat up the frontline units. Blacksmith? Ooh. Ooh, yeah, I could live with putting a blacksmith behind our starting guy. The farm is leveled up enough that I can get all those copies. Seeing as we were patient for the shrine to do its work. And then I should shove here so that another thing can get it influenced by you. So we eat you, we turn you into lots of farms, and then we say farm, farm, farm. We've still got three open squares. These don't apply frost yet, so I'm okay with that. Technically, we can level up the blacksmith. But I get my free level ups from this thing. No, let's just take the paladin. Spend for a reroll? Well, I get some for free, so I can do it that way. What we'd like is the, our ones apply twice one. I also wouldn't mind the extra space. I'm going to take the extra space. Shove down another flamethrower. It's amazing that the boar has dodged the upgrades. I should probably get shields for my starting guy. Another flamethrower. Wait, where did that flamethrower go? Okay, it's here for some reason. They changed the way Shrine works. Oh. Ah, it gets cheaper instead of doing 3 things. So I actually should play less stuff for the moment. Because I would prefer to ensure that it levels up the stuff I have. So weirdly we take that. Level up our flamethrower towers. So that it can't target the flamethrower towers. I can have more levels of Warlord, so that's fine. The Shrine has upgraded the other flamethrower. Yup. Even more Warlord. Can do. Might as well spend our money. Some paladins next to the dinos. I do like the idea of paladin dinosaur cavalry. You need to finish upgrading, so do you, so do you, so do you. No, we've got too many things that need upgrading, and it will distract our shrine. No, we'll take the second paladin, and then we can upgrade it. Second ballista. We'll take the elf as well, and then we'll say we're done. So it's paladin, paladin, ballista over there, elf over there. Now, if they're next to two kind of mounts, which mounts will they use? It's one of the few things they did nerf. Keep leveling up the Warlord. Let's try and watch our Paladins. Which units do they get on? Do they get on the pigs or do they get on the dinos? I think they got on the dinos. Maybe it will be chariots? You make the most sense, I think. Keep boosting our Warlord, although I think we're near max for that now. Scout Tower? I can live with Scout Tower over here. Giving the soldiers swords. Or else the Warlord's sword seems like the go. Ooh! Everyone gets equal damage to... I think he's the winner with 51. Making the ballistas go from 8 to 51 is huge. 51 with splash. Yoink. Yeah, that's big. Okay, give them extra health. Do the flamethrowers do 51? No, because they're a building, not a unit. Welcome, Baron. Welcome, Raiders. Thank you for the raid, Baron. We're playing some more Nine Kings. It's been a fair while since we played. There was a new faction added. We're checking out the new faction. They still suck then. We haven't finished leveling up the pigs. So we'll accept the pigs. Level up the pigs. Giving... We could get a level up, or we could get a first hit immunity. Giving the soldiers first hit immunity is somewhat attractive. Yeah, I think the soldiers first hit immunity is the way to go. We might as well spend all our money. We're near enough the end. There is an open plot, so we could grab one more thing. We also haven't fully leveled the scout tower, so you're fine. And I'm going to go with the demon one. We can have some demons. Do the scout tower. And give our soldiers a single coat of invulnerability. So they can take one hit without taking any damage. Even better frost effect on our big ballista. Slow the enemies that you hit even more in case they somehow manage to live. Final fight. We have got the maximally leveled elf. The clone is a safe bet. There's going to be something on the board that isn't full leveled, right? Yeah, the paladins aren't. Neither is that flamethrower, and neither is our demon altar. Or we could give poison to our ballistas as well. I think I will choose to prefer the paladins. Boost the ballista. Even more frost on the ballista. I'm surprised the ballista are doing less than the soldiers. GG win! Meta progression. You can now grab Reptilian. Let's guess, it upgrades our dinos. No, it upgrades our dragons. We don't like the dragons. We think the dragons are crappy. Next difficulty. Where do I want you? I'm going to shove you there. Another unit? All the fire AoE on our base guy. I'll take the warlock. Take the warlock so that we get even more mob as well. We're going wide but shitty so far. Farm is fantastic, especially because it's next. We can put on the warlock, which is next to the mob. Do I put you here or here? I'm gonna put you in the corner. The dinosaurs eat our mob. Our own dinosaurs. Just the money. I don't have any plot destroying cards, so you're not useful. Yeah, let's just take the money. Now, do I want lots of dinos, or do I want the dinos to apply to the warlocks? Let's make them dino riding warlocks. Eventually the warlocks are going to outnumber the dinos. We'll take the card duplication one, and then we can use that on the dragon that we otherwise hate. Sacrifice our dragon to get 3 cards that we actually like, hopefully. Level up our dinos. There's not very many open spots, which makes our life easy for manipulating which ones it's on. We sacrifice our dragon like we said. Dino. I'd rather level up the farm first. Procreate the dinos so that they don't get out. Like, eventually the warlocks are going to outscale them in number, but for now that helps keep them ahead of them. There we go, they could have their own farm. So now we have a dinosaur farm as well. Another offering? Sure. I wouldn't mind the rat guy. Blood guy doesn't make a lot of sense for us. I think rat guy is better. Shield boost our dinos, then shield boost our warlocks. Unless we get a nice card to play for the sacrifice card. Another farm? I want that so much. I should take it, it's so good. Let's finish leveling up that one. Duplicate enchantments. But I don't actually have any enchantments on anyone. If I take the wizard, we can sacrifice the wizard. No. Absolutely buy the ballista. And the same with Defender Man. Is my warlock max level? It isn't. So I'd like to buy that as well. And then we're too poor. So, level Mr. Warlock. Hello? Oh, I haven't said leave. There we go. Level the Warlock. Now, real choices. Do we duplicate the number of the ballista, or do we duplicate the defender more? We have enough frontline stuff, so I'd rather get started on the ballista. And we play the wizard, we sacrifice the wizard, which lets us get another copy of the farm going. I kind of want to play this and then stack all the shields on it. But we've got an expansion in 2 turns, so we won't do that. We'll just level up our warlocks. And then we'll put the last one on the new reflector. Giving them a set of invulnerability would be nice, but so would finishing level up the existing farm. You only liked the dragon in unlimited turn mode? Sacrifice all troops to feed them to the adjacent plot? Ooh. Or the upgradey one. I do love the upgradey one. Yeah, I'll take the upgradey one. Okay, we need another adjacency for you. That's where we shove the defender. I don't have anything to offer the offering, but we will still take it. Shrine. I guess we're going to offering up the paladin. Reroll, try and get the one that doubles our... No, we'll take the next time we get 3. You, then we can sacrifice you. Pretty heavily dominating. I wouldn't mind the Warlord one. We'll take the offering and assume that the first offering gives us something that we can... No! Use for the second offering. I should health buff them. I could also copy the farm again and shove another farm here. Yeah. Help us have more ranged units. We definitely aren't wanting for frontline units. Our dinos are doing a good job. Farm? It's hard to justify that when the shrine is... Well, the shrine's got 4 turns of stuff to do. 5, 6... No, we'll take the archer and then we'll sacrifice them. The free level ups were wasted because we'd already leveled up everything. And had the one free thing. Welcome Cal, welcome Raiders, thank you for the raid. But as you're just joining, we're playing some more Nine Kings. The game's had some updates since we last played. There's a new faction and we're playing through the new faction. Warlock man is fine. We can finish our Warlock, but first let's sacrifice the archers. Max level the Warlocks. Oh, hey-oh. Max level the Defenders. Duplicate the Defenders, or duplicate these. No, I like the Defenders. Keep our Ballista safe. The blow something up to level up other things. That's useful for when we run out of stuff for the shrine to do. Health boost the defenders. Because it's the only stat of theirs that matters. How's our shrine going? The shrine still hasn't finished leveling up. The ballista, itself, and the warlord. No, I think the blacksmith is fine here. Blacksmith here will apply to 2 large groups. This group is large because whenever the farm feeds this one grows. This one is large from adjacency to 2 farms. I think there in case we get another buff thing so that we can buff the warlocks as well. Chain lightning. Or a spire so that we can blow the spire up to level up the mob and ballista. I think we blow up the spire. Although we're approaching the point where this no longer has anything to do. There we go. Your buildings do their thing in extra time. That's slightly useful. It's more useful than the poison thing, I think. Free money. Is there even going to be a chance to spend the money? There is. Or 20% crit rate. Yeah, let's just take the crit rate. So, we blow you up. Now everything is leveled. The only thing that can be leveled up more is the Warlord. Or do we shove some Paladins there? Or do we shove even another farm for even more Warlocks? Morlocks! I say Morlocks. Don't shove the Paladins. None of these are useful when I don't have any space anyway. We don't need to be at war with King of Nothing anymore. Sword up. It should be the Warlocks. They have garbage base damage. They're relying on their AoE and numerousness. Holy. None of these matter. Just start feeding them to the well. So we've got more money for the merchant. Shield up the defenders. Frost and Precision are both somewhat useful, so is Procreate. I think always critting the first hits. And then we'll Procreate. So, who do we give the critical hit thing to? I kind of think the Ballista. Health up those, they're the obvious choice. And then who do we duplicate? These two are keeping about in ratio. So we'll do the Ballista. Another precision. I don't think giving a second set of precision to these is useful because we're basically done fighting after the first shot. Ah, but do they succeed, Cal? Or are they only... Are they beneficent or benevolent? Hmm. It should go on the raptors then. God, we absolutely erase our enemies. Combustion. We should shove these here. The executioners can go there and get the buff from that. Their benevolence can only turn out well. Oh, and I'm sorry for being a bit sharp the other day, Cal. Final Fantasy put me in a foul mood because it's being such an unpleasant game. Executioner. Which has already leveled up because of that. Okay. Combustion the Warlocks so that they do AoE when they do AoE. They do an AoE attack. They kill an enemy. That causes that enemy to explode in a shower of AoE. Good. I still... Yeah. The game is just being so painful. Why is it so loved? Why? Why? None of these are any good. They're all going to go into the well. All units attack goes up by 30%. Into the well. Nostalgia hides many crimes. We had someone betray us, Goka, and their line afterwards was, "Can't we pretend I didn't do this?" Precision on the other one. So precision on the Warlocks. You would say that as a bit? Frosting the Warlocks also kind of makes sense. Final time to spend? Yes, so what do we spend on? There's nothing that can be useful here. So it literally does nothing. Reroll, maybe we can find something better. Reroll, still nothing. Reroll, still nothing. We would need something that destroys a plot. Reroll, still nothing. And then we're too poor. We could give Frost to... But Don't blame me for that. You chose to play Mega Man Battle Network. I'll give it to the dinos. If I can play FF, you have no excuse. You do have excuses, though. You have other things to finish. Like Valduz or whatever it was. You have plenty of other excuses. I could blow something up. We could even blow up this, which is useless now. So yes. Blow up the shrine. There's a backlog of exactly one name. Shield up the defendy guys. Executioner, shield up the reflecty guys. Bin it. Okay. Final bosso. I think we're pretty set. This is the strongest The strongest setup we've had today. Yeah. Again, meta progression. Bing bing. What's the new passive? Leader. Presumably it makes our starting thing stronger? No. You just start with an extra card in hand. Let's get rid of the tower thing, because tower isn't terribly useful. We'll start with the extra card instead. Difficulty up again. Shove the warlord in the corner. The mob next to it like last time. And I guess we shove the camp there. Second level of camp. Sure. Now we need another unit. Ballista. We very specifically need another frontline unit. Uh-oh. Can our stat up gain max HP faster than the enemy can do damage? Just barely. We definitely need another frontline unit. More of our starting guy. Everything gets plus 30% attack. Double the number of our starting guy and boost the mob size by 1. The mob gets eaten by the dinosaurs. Level up the mob, or keep leveling up the camp to max level. I'm going to take the greedier play. Level the camp to max level. An awfully large number of wizards there, given how many units I have left. Oh, but a nice last moment AoE from the ballistas before they die clears up the little group of wizards. Okay, we need another unit. And or healing. You're not really a frontline unit. But I have got another stack of you, so okay. Double damage on whatever we put there. I'm sure we'll find something useful to put there. Go, horsey man! I needed him to get away from these units so they wouldn't AoE kill. Level of the ballista. God, our front line just disappears so quickly. Sturdy melee unit. I need a sturdy melee unit. I want you to be part of the card pool. Sturdy melee unit goes there. It didn't tank for terribly long. Ooh, wow, they even out-archered us. So close again. Duplicate the ballista sounds like the right play. Take them from 6 to 16, basically. Go, horsey man! Level up our horsey man. We are somewhat rich. We can afford 2. We could make our warlocks explode on death. Or we could make our ballistas earn us money. Or do poison. Let's spend our free reroll. I don't really love any of those. The level up one is good. And I wouldn't mind this. We could blow up our Shaman, because I don't really like Shaman as a card, to level up the other things. This and the level something up targetedly. Force that to be max level. Do the Warlord manually. And then try and get the Warlock and Mob. A little more front row would still be nice. The passive damage thing. We do seem to take long enough in our fights that this would grow fairly well. Yeah, I'll accept the passive grow thing. Warlord. Where do I want the extra slot? I want it next to here. So probably there or there. More Warlord or procreate up the number of ballista even more. Or clone the ballista so we can have more ballista. Clone the ballista. Flamethrower, Quarry, or Warlord. Warlord. Keep leveling that up. We don't care about the dragon thing. We wouldn't mind one of every card. One of every card is okay. So, Warlord, Warlord. The camp isn't so useful. Frost the ballista. Keep leveling the mob up to max. I want the raptors to go here. I want raptor warlocks. What now? I think we sword the ballista, shield the ballista, recycle you, recycle you. We aren't finished with the Warlord leveling up. We could also get the library and start stacking more frost on the ballista, but that doesn't seem that good. Yeah, finish leveling the Warlord. It also slightly helps our meat front line by slightly boosting the mob. Warlord. Those things get super buffed. Now I think the Warlord is maxed. Add 9 to the ballistas, or copy them so we can start leveling up the other set of ballista. Or some piggies, so that we could have pigs that ride dinosaurs, or dinosaurs that ride pigs. Strictly speaking, it should be increase the number on that for the most power gain. So we take the correct play. Giving them the AoE explosion is fine. Giving our starting guy more health so that our auto cast is better is okay. Helps make our autocast make the front line tankier. Keep adding to the number of ballista. The mob is already max leveled. So I think I'd rather just boost our starting guy. Next time we get to pick 3. Next time we get to pick 3. Invest our tuppence safely in the bank. Twill become pound. Procreate. We're going to have an unlimited number of bloody 1 stack of ballista. Sacrifice something? I could sacrifice our mushroom thing. I am okay with not having Wizard Man. We will play the Shaman just so that we can sacrifice the Shamans. Copy. So sacrifice the Shamans. Increase the number of them. Level up the other ballista set. And I think power up the mob? No, it should be you, because you get applied without buff. So leveling up you kind of does the mob anyway. Level up our dinos? Sure. That's a card that I haven't seen before. Gigantify. Double the size, damage, and health of target troop. Do I care if our ballistas are double-sized? That doesn't sound like it's a downside. I could also use the Warlock. You want gigantic dinos? Alright. Don't say we don't do anything for you, Goka. Some imps? We don't have any fast troops. Or do we save our money? No, there's only one more money spend. Let's spend most of our money. So, giant dinosaurs for Goka. More giant dinosaurs. Level up the warlocks. Give our giant dinosaurs swords. Health boost. It's not that useful on the ballistas. It would be better on the mob. You could slowly health boost the mob. The giant dinosaurs seem very killy. They probably have the second highest damage of things we have. No, the third. Boss Man slightly beats them. Some elves, or do we give... We're giving the ballista one-shot basically everything, so there's not a lot of point in giving them poison. I want to give the mob health. And then I'll shove the imps next to that so that our 2 frontline units are getting more health. Ooh! X-ray. Level up all plots diagonal to the target. But most of my stuff is already super leveled, so that's not ultra useful. Patronage levels up your base plot by 3 levels, but it's already maxed, or eat 1 unit into another unit. So, like, we could feed the mob to our warlord, which isn't the worst. It's kind of wasteful in that we've statted up the mob a whole bunch. No, let's re-roll. Go for another. There's the money goats. We really did like the money goats. The trouble is they have to be able to be killed. You need to, like, just barely win for the money goats to be good. Or to be best. We could blow something up and get another permanent bonus, or one that we've never seen before. A proliferating troop that multiplies itself. Are they any good, though? For science, we will take that. Because we've never seen it before. Give it space. The answer is no, they're not very good. Of the imp down there. They are at least a different colour. So they're adding some colour variety to our army. That nothing matters, we'll take the extra copy of everything. But nothing... Actually, no, it would let us level up the dino some more. And then it would let us get money. But it's only really the dino. Well, it's dino plus sword plus shield. But I could also just give everything 30% more. Giving everything 30% more seems better. Some more space. Some more space. Holy, convert all your cards in hand to rainbow. Well, now I wish I had have picked the, get one of every card one first. If you get the pick one of every card and then turn all of them to rainbow, that is probably so amazingly strong. Ogre, a lonely unit. Increases in stats for adjacent empty plots. Increase something's movement speed, and then level up diagonally. Well, the ogre can go there, where it will benefit from the forest and the empty adjacencies. They're very slow. Attack boost our main guy. What do we haste? We could double down on the dinos being speedy. Percent modifier, so apply it to the thing that has the biggest base number. Giant dinos with roller skates. Copy the ogre. This is the last time to spend money. So we could copy the ogre again with this. There's no time left to get benefit out of the farm or any of the other things. The other things are all over time things. So that works. We'll take the reroll. Then technically we do have one more free slot. So the demon altar, but we're too poor. Everything costs too much. Okay. So we clonify you. Wonder what happens if you get a mangler and eat your warlord troop down to nothing. Well, we could also sacrifice our warlord troop, Mirage, right? You were allowed to sacrifice them. I think it would just turn off your spellcasting, and the enemy would just be able to run straight at your lives, but I'm not sure. Okay, we will clone one more set of ogres. And then next time we can level up ogre, ogre, forest. As well as that last ballista. Forest will get to go to max level. They're pretty high damage, but they're slow. Yeah. What do we buff? I want to say the Warlord. It's a ranged unit, it's likely to survive a long time, and it increases the power of our buff ability. Alright, victory. Meta progression. What is the next one? Rebellious. What does that do? Mobs start with +3 units. But mob isn't a very strong unit, so eh? Are there any of these that I would think is weaker than that? No, there aren't. Okay, next king. We've been told by chat that this has been made easier than it once was. How do we want to do this? You there. Some imps here, and then the mob there. Even better imps can do. Well, there you... We can also see what happens if we mangle our boss man away for a Mirage. Two boss men. To be clear, I think this is a garbage building. I hate this building. But we're doing it for the science. Doubling the movement speed of our imps when our imps are our prime No! Don't eat the mob. Eat the warlord. It keeps not eating the warlord. Well, I guess the mob's gonna be full eaten. I don't mind our imps exploding. Put something here so it gets super health. I understand. Make our imps explode. The quarry maybe. So shove a unit in there so that it's actually going to get the thing. Meat grinder. Have a mangler destroy your troop plot entirely. And so yeah, we have no... Oh no, we still have one archer man, but it ate the last of the peasanty people. The mob. So that's a GG. Death to Dino. At least the Mangler did something. It triggered an achievement. Well, we're about to see if it can full eat our Warlord. No? It looks like it can't eat the last Warlord. But you must have one. No, it doesn't even do that much. Its bonus is, it's like, upside is meant to be that it's an AoE. But it's just too low damage and too slow at firing. Mob. No? Yeah. Alright. We die, but we die to the science, so that's fine. We found out how this interacts with this. Again, but better. Okay. You can be in the back. You can be next to them. Mob can go there. Level up our main guy. And then again. And again. All in on starting unit. Would I recommend this game? Like, it's fun. I don't know that it's... I don't know the price. I got yeeted this for free. If this is like a 10, 15 buck game, then sure, it's fine for it. But it's definitely not like a 40, 60 buck game. We could make the mob do the same as our boss man. Nah, spend a reroll. Or the money. Actually, yeah, we'll just take the money. Become stupendously rich. Dinos make Goka happy. But first, let's finish buffing our main guy more. And again, there's no end of the number of times we can buff our main guy, seemingly. We'll get free level ups on these three. We definitely want to do that one, because it's adjacent to the camp. So that can be where the dinos go. More dinos. Might as well keep leveling the dinos up now that we're dino investing. Our front lines ignore each other and go for each other's archers. Alright. Copy. Or... I would like to finish leveling up the dinosaur, so we'll take that one. Nature. Even though it's kind of a bad matchup for us. Never ended up trying it. Well, there still looks like there's one more thing for them to add to the game. Or else maybe I just haven't looked at how you unlock it. So there is potentially an argument to delay further. Power up our base guy. Because he gives his thing via our autocast buff. Hail Nemi, we're playing some more Nine Kings, because they've added an extra faction since last we played. Okay, so it still isn't released, yeah. So maybe there's an argument, Cal, for wait till the thing is fully finished. And then just play it all at once. Some elves. Or we could have more dinos. Or we could get more dinos by starting a new dino stack. Let's start a new dino stack. Take offering. We are spectacularly rich. More slots. Level up our starting thing. And then we're too poor. Here. Oh, you only let me do that. Okay. Boost its health. Copy the dinos. Place the dinos. Sacrifice the dinos for more squares. Place the dinos again. More dinos. I feel like I should sacrifice our mob, but it's also gotten so many buffs from this that it's a bit of a waste. So I need to wait for another unit. Like a pig? A pig will do. Pig, then we can sacrifice the pigs. Or we could sacrifice the warlocks instead, because I actually prefer the pigs to the warlocks. Stored up our starting guy. Double the number of cards, but you don't get to choose which. Goodbye, warlocks. Overinvest in our starting guy, because his stats get applied via our autocast. I should have done it the other order. I should have played these, then boosted the stats. I'm an idiot. Exclamation mark idiot. I deserve it. Boost. Boost. We would have got another 30% on those stat boosts. Well, on the stat boosts from those two cards. The order of operations was important there. Blacksmith would go very well here. Yes, I'm very sold. Then we make our dinos have a level invulnerability. Yes. Uh-oh. The dinos did not beat up the wizards. There might even be enough wizards to win. No, our stat boosting is going okay. We're stat boosting our health up quicker than they're killing us. So that looked close. Copy dino. Finish leveling up other dino. I guess I'm okay with using migration to move you. Some of the dinos can now have riders. You like warlocks versus wizards? It's like two armies of musketmen. Oh, warlords v wizards. Okay. Speaking of warlords, yoink, boost him up. There's one more level on that. Give them poison. Giving them poison is the most sensible. No, I think their numbers are up to the task this time. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. They're dwindling down pretty quickly. Oh. Double Warlock or double Shaman? I really don't like the Shamans. I'd prefer another frontline unit. So we'll go with double Warlock. We've had a frontline ignores frontline battle. Where do we want the extra plot? Probably there so it can benefit from the blacksmith. The farm should definitely go there. The paladin should be benefiting from the blacksmith. Yeah, even with those new extra paladins, we still don't have enough real front line. Double shaman. What do you even do, friend? I guess if nothing else, there's slightly more health in the archer wall. It looks like we're stat upping quickly enough that they aren't killing us off, but it's taking us forever to kill them off as well. Oof. One of every card? One of every card. Hard to argue with. Okay. Shield buff main man. Sword main man. Camp can get leveled up to medium. We could have a new stack of dinos. Level up the mob. Level up the mob. Level up our main man. Level up the blacksmith. Give our main guy Frost. We don't care about that. I don't mind another set of dinos. I don't mind a tower. But the rest I don't like, so we start throwing them to generate money. The 2 level ups on the mob actually felt noticeable. I felt like I've noticed the increased amount of mobliness. Slow the enemy? We do have a lot of archers. Fine, we'll play the slow the enemy thing. And then ditch the rest. That feels like our auto-target is targeting a wrong spot. Yeah. I feel like that loss is down to the auto-cast casting on the wrong location. There was a better mob up to the top right. Nomadic raptor herders? We're not nomadic. We do not nomad. What do we want? I guess I can live without more of you. It's too cold. Yeah, there's also snow everywhere. I can't do the mob. We can level up main man. The rest of this is useless. I might have to manual cast. If it's going to keep being wrong about where it casts with it. Which is tedious, but... Level up the farm, 100%. Give... the dinos or our archer men the invulnerable? I think it should be our archer guys. The Nomad's damage has gotten pretty impressive. By the end of the fight, they're up to thousands of damage. We could use the Raptor. There's one more shop. Let's do a reroll. I can already max level that dino. And there's not space for anything else. So unless we random into something that gives us a way of generating more spaces... Actually, the Paladin is useful. And if we do another, then we run out of money, so it's no longer worth. Okay, Paladin... Dino, boost our main man. We actually won a frontline war. Main man! His name is not Absidy. There's no Surprisingly Texan pseudo-Latin. I like sacrificing the slow thing now that we need more space. I could also pop you for some more space. What do I want more of the most? Well, we want to give the forest to the pigs. Wizard. Level up the paladins. Although, actually, maybe should have done that. Actually, no, the blacksmith would have been the right thing to do. Copy the forest. Level up the forest. Start working on making the pigs extra chunky pigs. Why are my units running to the very right corner? You never know how to spell barbecue. BBQ. Nemi. BBQ. Yeah. Mirage gets it. The corner is fine. Shove you in the corner. Level you up. Will our, like, 2 giant units be enough to destroy all of these? We could sacrifice something. So if we play the mob, we can then sacrifice them away. You don't have any bonuses on you and will give us 2 extra squares. And then I could also shove you next to the forest where you would get health ups. You would get health ups there. Boost our main guy. What about a BBBQ? The extra B is for BYOBB. And what about that extra B? Oh, that one's a typo. Yes. Nice. Regain all my lost lives. I've only lost 1. Crit chance or spend to reroll? We'll spend to reroll. No, try again. Seriously? I guess we're accepting the crit chance. Directly copy something? It should probably be that dino. Increase its number by 9, then directly copy that dino. So that we're copying its massive number. Dragon or mob? Shaman. Shaman. No, I hate the dragon. I refuse the dragon. Okay. None of those are useful? The scout tower actually might be. Yeah, the scout tower is useful. We can buy that, and then we're too poor. No, actually, we could afford a forest. No, we can't. We're too poor, yes. So, scout tower. Out of the stuff that remains, I would like to level... Probably the wizards. We can't play you, you get liquidated. We can use the mob. We can use you. How strong is our base going on? 200 health. 180 attack. Play absolutely everything. So... Paladin's already upgraded, can't do anything with you. Sell. 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 And... which can I get value out of? Here. I get 3 level ups that matter if I play it there. We get more of the silly healing people. Well, the attack buffing people. Dino Army Supremacy. You have beaten all 9 King difficulties, but keep testing your strength in the progressive difficulty levels. Bear in mind the curve from here is exponential. It will become impossible to win. Yeah, we're doing alright, Mip. Boop. You can now use the Khan perk. What does that one do? Start with 10% bonus stats for your warlords, which then chains with the fact that those stats get shoved down with your autocast. That's probably better than the Raptor bonus. Yeah, I think that's better than the Raptor bonus. Okay. No child may obtain this card. And so we've played out the new guy. Which is all that I really wanted to do here. The interruption earlier was sadly that there's some farm stuff that needs doing. So we will call it there. I will be back later after I've dealt with helping out on the farm. So, cheers all. Thank you for watching. I hope you had a lovely time. We might see you in an hour or so. Depends on how long. I don't even know what this thing is, so... might be a little while, might be pretty quick. See you later. Cheers for hanging out for the little time that we did do.